Now that we have audio, you can't speak.
Come on, it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some kind of technical glitch.
Now that
we have audio, welcome back. It's been a long while since we've done a live one of these. It's been a long while since we released one of these. I hope you've been enjoying our content. In between, we've got lots of Mech Warrior 5 going on the YouTube channel, as well as some a live show that we did at TigerCon. And a kind of DMs panel that we did there as well. I hope you're enjoying all of that. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, bump that button, hit the thumbs up, give us a like, hit the bell for notifications so that you can get all of the sweet content that we put out every
Comments. We love comments.
Yeah,
they help as well.
Leave some comments. Even negative comments, that's fine too. We understand everybody has opinions. Just like butts.
And I'll tell you exactly what you are when you leave an opinion.
That's right, but it'll be under an anonymous user.
No, it won't.
Mine will be under an anonymous user.
Because if I can get you into an argument, I got 45 comments. I'm good.
Yes, okay, cool. So last time on Warrior's Path, you all had rescued Bayushi Aramoro, Ekoma Dendaru, and the Emperor's son, Satori, from an attack from several shadowy figures. You had recognized these shadowy figures from Toshi Rambo, but you rescued them, and you learned at that point that Emperor Hante the 38th had been killed by Griyo Riko, who has assumed the throne of Rokugan. With the woman who has been kind of plaguing this story at his side. Toward the end of the last session, Miyamoto, you sought Lord Tagashi's insight, and you got an image of 3 different symbols. One indicating the Kitsune Forest, one that just had the symbol for Earth, and one that had the crane Mon, but a sword being held by the crane instead of a branch, a katana specifically. You kind of spun your wakizashi on it, realizing that wakizashi is the wakizashi Earth, which interacted with the insight from Tagashi in such a way that it pointed you toward the crane, I believe.
I spun the bottle.
You did. You spun the bottle, and you got 7 minutes in heaven with a crane with a sword in it.
It was amazing.
I'm leaving that.
That's why we had to take a break for a month.
That's what he calls enlightenment.
Yes, I've been seeking enlightenment.
Whatever it takes, I'll try anything.
So yes.
So anyway,
and
watch out where you
landed on the crane with
the hilt works wonders.
That's wrapped slightly differently.
It's sword belongs to the sheep. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, so in this very serious game of Legend of the Vibrate,
that's right. Where the world hangs in the balance.
I won.
You didn't.
Oh damn!
That was actually really good. You wasted a really good
don't waste
roll
those
right
rolls.
there. Look at you.
All right.
Superstitious.
I will say up front, I'm gonna amp up the XP earning starting today because we're kind of moving toward end game status for our little campaign here. We've got these 3 possible routes, and at some point, all roads lead to Otosan Uchi. At which point we'll have kind of this.
What is Uchi?
That's a capital.
Otosan Uchi is the capital of
okay. I was just gonna say scratch it. I mean,
all roads lead to Rome.
Exactly. Only Rome doesn't exist in this world. Good gosh, man. Gotta take
as
some
far
cough
as we
medicine
know.
or something, yeah.
No, you have cough medicine.
I do. I've got cough syrup right here. So, it's that same evening. We're not going to do any kind of time skip or anything. Miyamoto, as far as I'm concerned, you just spun the wakizashi. You just got your answer. Now, did you do that alone in your room?
Yes.
Or did you do it with other people?
I did it alone in my room. And I spun the bottle, I spun the wakizashi, and I found heaven.
I wouldn't even laughed if he had, somebody else chuckled. I was like, gosh dang it.
Hey, I stayed relatively under control.
And it landed on the crane
Yes.
with the katana.
All right. So, you're in your room doing that. What is everybody else doing? Is anybody still in the sake house with Akoma and Aramoro? Isawa, you're in there?
Yeah, but I'm going
Katsuki,
over.
you're still there?
Because they
I thought
mentioned
he had
something
told us where
about
to
one
go
of the other.
the 3 places.
Sorry, what's the? No, not yet.
Okay.
The Void Dragon?
No,
Dragon
but
Clan?
they're like avatars.
The
The
Oracle?
Oracles?
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
the oracles mentioned something about the Earth being up somewhere high.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
these-
pondering on that.
The Oracle of Earth is rumored to be high above the City of Lies.
Yeah, so I'm just going over that in my head.
There is also the unanswered question of there was Satori when he was lifted up on the stretcher to be taken to the doctors. He dropped a hex key that had the symbol of the City of the Rich Frog upon it. And currently Aramoro has possession of that.
Now, was that a jade? It was jade, right? Or
Yes, it was
Okay.
a jade key.
Okay. Well, I will come back out. And I just had a vision from Lord Tagashi.
So do you go back to the sake house?
Yes.
Okay. Before you get in there, so you can
Fair enough.
you'll come in a moment. Isawa and Katsuki, what are you guys doing in there? Are you talking to Ikoma?
I think I'm just trying to get, or Isawa was just trying to get kind of a download of what's happened, what truly took place, why, how the Emperor's son came to be part of his group and protection.
Are you asking Ikoma or Aramoro?
I am asking Ikoma.
Like, I mean, I ran into Aramoro. Like he said, he kind of hunted me down. Just before all of this took place, he got a whiff. As the scorpion tend to do, that something was going on, and immediately he came to me because I had that scroll that I handed to you, and needless to say, he was right to come and find me. There was nothing else to it. I can't let that scroll fall into Rico's hands, and so I was at the palace with him, and when it all happened, it was just kind of a blur. Hante is stabbed, and then all of a sudden, Aramoro scooping me up, scooping Satori, and we flee through one of kind of the extra passageways, kind of a secret way, and gosh, we ran for days with no sleep.
Do you know how Griot came? How he convinced the Emperor he was to adopt him?
Gosh, no, I mean, as far as I know, Griot's a good guy. The Emperor adopted him, and I was just shocked when he stabbed him. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I just went with Aramoro. But I mean,
Can I make
Griot's he's been serving the Empire for years and years.
Griot has been serving himself these last few years.
No, I mean he's saved orphanages. He single-handedly basically defended Toshi Rambo.
I do not doubt his actions of the past.
Roll me a check, and let's do a culture check, or you can do a harder theology check.
I'll take the theology check.
Okay. The theology check is going to be a target number of 3.
All right, so I would like to. Okay. So I'm trying to kind of sense, I guess, what's going on here in this.
Yes.
In this. Okay. So that's. That doesn't work.
Yeah, don't forget you got to pick which ones you're going to keep, and then
I'm
if
trying
you
to
have any
figure out.
explosives, you can roll
Well,
those.
since
down.
I'm using void, my
It ignores.
yeah, I'm ignoring the others. So
the strife, yeah.
I'm just trying to see which ones would be the most advantageous for me. So we'll keep those.
Okay, so what do you got?
And got 2 explosions.
2 explosives and 1 success, so that's
I got another explosion.
3 successes already for 5.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 successes, excellent. You get the sense that he fully believes that Griot is a good guy, and he is shocked that he would kill the Emperor. And I think what you infer from that with your theology check is that his mind has been affected by the woman.
Okay. So Isawa was going to look back at him and say, I do not doubt Griot's actions of the past when he was the Topaz champion. Or the Emerald champion, wasn't it?
No, it's
Topaz.
Topaz champion.
When he was the Topaz champion. However, over the last few years, he's come to serve a kami that is of the wolf, and he's come to dishonor himself by wearing the flesh of the wolf. He's eating different types of things that we normally shun upon in our.
What are you talking about? I mean, he wears his topaz armor.
However,
Topaz.
there is a woman that he travels with, that everywhere she goes, people seem to have an issue with remembering.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I remember he had some girl with him, but I thought, as far as I knew, she was like a
Can you
handmaid.
picture her face?
Oh man, I see so many ladies. I don't even I can't picture any of them anymore. You know what I mean?
Can you tell me
I'm
anything?
running on no sleep
Can
in
you
4
tell
days.
me anything about her?
She.
Have you ever
I
had
get the
trouble with your
sense
memory
that
before?
She was away, yeah, all the time.
Without
I-
sake.
I drink plenty of sake.
Can I make a sentiment check on him when he's talking about her to see if it's
Yeah.
he knows something, but
Yeah, see if he's
can't.
defending. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Target number 1. What ring will you use?
I'll go with
All of
Void.
them.
Why not? Void is fine. Those are explosive. We're getting it. So, reroll for explosive, just 2.
2. All right. Yeah, you get the sense that he's being 100% sincere. He fully believes Griot was good, and this lady was just a lady. She wasn't even any
No, well,
she
I
didn't
was-
make a sense to. I'm saying he's being honest. He didn't even try to remember her because he thought she was inconsequential.
Okay.
Yeah, I just I don't. There's a lot of people in the palace. I see a lot of people. I've had no sleep. Maybe if I slept a little bit, maybe then I could remember her. I don't know, but it's gonna be hard to sleep, knowing the state that our place is in.
I agree, but I will go out on a limb and say that Griot is not the proper emperor. Who you escort is the proper emperor.
He was crowned by the emperor. He was given.
What was his
heirship.
title?
I mean, he was given the name Hante before he was crowned. He was adopted fully by the emperor. And no one can make that law better than the emperor himself.
I believe the emperor has been manipulated by the same individual that we've talked about.
Is anybody strong enough to really do that? Can anybody get past all of the red tape, And it's about that time that Miyamoto, you walked through after having seen your vision.
Am I overhearing any of the conversation?
You kind of hear those last few words as you open the door. I mean, depending on how you enter, maybe if you're listening at the side. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
No.
Otaku, where are you in this?
Well, I was probably just sitting there drinking.
Okay, so you're in the-
because I had a bit of gasp in my memory. I was assuming that we were told about the forest.
I don't think you had been yet.
Okay, then that's then I'll.
Well, you were told about the forest in the sense that Totori knows Hinata, who is the kitsune that you found in the cave with the Oracle of Water.
Okay.
Who is
Right.
here currently?
And so she knows things about the forest. So you know about the forest and that there's something hinky going on there.
Okay. And Hinata says here at the.
She's not in the sake house right now.
But
She
she's
stays.
in town.
Yeah, she stays close to the Oracle of Water.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So you walk in. You kind of overhear they're talking about just kind of the happenings of the Emperor and stuff like that. You can tell it's.
So, what are you all talking about? What did I miss?
We're just trying to find small details that they may have missed before.
In regards to
My concern of
sea.
Griot.
Griot. It always comes back to Griot. Well, what did they share with you? Is Griot as evil as we think? Akoma.
I was just telling these guys. As far as I know, he's a great guy. I mean, he hasn't left the Emperor's side in months. Almost years. I mean, he's been training up there for forever.
And he was not wearing the pelts of the animals. Like
No,
he was.
I mean he's been in for a while. He was in this topaz armor. He of course has kept some semblances of that as time has gone on, but more and more he wears white.
What of
Miyamoto-san,
his-
do you recognize that there are many discrepancies in that description?
Yes.
For we've encountered Griot throughout the course of these last months. And none of this matches. However, there was described to be a woman with them.
The dragon priestess.
I don't know about priestess. I mean, I'm sure there was some Shugenja in the capital.
We were told by the Oracle of Fire that she is the Oracle of the Void.
Dark
The
Oracle
Dark
of the Void.
Oracle of the Void.
That doesn't ring any bells. I mean,
We now
yeah, I hear legends of dark oracles, but
okay. Griot. What of the Wolf Clan?
Wolf Clan.
Griot formed his own clan, the Wolf Clan.
No, I mean Griot was. He was disowned by the Hida. And there was some kind of thing that went on, and so he took on this new name. But he's basically imperial family. He has been for years.
He had a vision of a wolf when he was at the wall.
Maybe that's why they kicked him out, because he's like talking to shadow creatures. But
No, it wasn't a creature. It was a vision. And he went and he formed his own clan. Do you know where this wolf clan is?
he's never had his own clan. I don't know what you're talking about.
In Toshi Rambo, this clan showed up in crane garb.
As far as I know, Griot's
Was-
not been to Toshi Ram. I mean, I was there with you.
We don't know each other super well, but hopefully you know me well enough to know that I would not just speak these things if I wasn't sincere in speaking the truth.
Well,
How did Toshi Rambo happen to you? Maybe
there was some. I mean, there was some shadows like the ones that was attacking me on the way in, but that's all I remember. I mean, I remember there was some kind of fight. You guys helped the Lion Clan fend off some kind of attackers, but that's all. I mean, I was in prison for most of the time, you know what I
Yes,
mean? And
I
so, like,
remember
I was
I
only
got you
briefly
out.
let out. You let me out of that cage, and I appreciate it very much.
So, when did you first meet Griot?
I mean, I think it was when we were kids.
So you've known him that long.
Yeah, I think so.
how did you meet him?
You know, we were kids. He's a crab. I'm a lion. We kind of have some, inner family conflict. Probably a wedding. We were kids.
In my first encounters with
Crappy lines.
Griot, I respected his sincerity and what he was trying to do. Now, I don't know if this Oracle of the Void affected him in such a way or if this seed was already there. But
But Miyamoto-san, you must think of this. He has usurped our emperor.
I understand.
He has betrayed and killed our emperor.
I'm not talking about his actions right now. I'm trying to communicate with Akoma that he may have changed from what he was, and this Dark Oracle of the Void may have caused that change.
Do you
You guys
remember
are
our
talking
early
about
interactions with
oracles
this
and-
dragon priestess?
Yes.
How we couldn't recall her face.
Absolutely.
Details.
Yes. Which we learned from the
We are
Oracle
not
of
going
Fire.
to be able to convince.
What are you
Oh,
trying
we
to
don't
convince
know
me
that.
of?
You do not know a thing until you try a thing.
Asking these questions and digging deeper has just shown me that what's been brought or what's been poured into his mind is not the truth.
I agree.
If there's
And-
something untrue, then let me in on the truth.
And that's what we're trying to do. Open your mind. Seek the enlightenment.
Maybe you can recall the other oracle that was there. Lord Bayushi mentioned one being there at the capital.
The
at
Oracle
the
of
time.
Air.
Yeah, he said something about like Hante was trying to court the Oracle of Air, which just sounds silly to me. It sounds unreal.
So, what would it take for you to understand or to accept that there's the possibility of your memories being tampered with? Because
Some kind of proof? I don't know. I don't know what proves that my memories are wrong and yours are right. How do you know that your memories haven't been tampered with?
that is
It'd be a
fair-
real Inception level thing.
That is a very, very fair question. The reason that I believe that we are correct is because we have met the Oracle of Fire, and he has given us now a level of protection. Now, do we still have the little flames? Is that something that
It's not
anybody
visible.
could see? It's not visible.
It's not visible.
Okay. We were giving the Oracle's blessing to protect us from the dark
That
voids.
sounds pretty far fetched.
I'm just saying, he's not gonna. Most people are not gonna believe you when you say that you met with the Oracle of Fire.
I think you are
It's-
coming at this the wrong way, brother.
That may
I
be
think it's
absolutely.
quite a bit more than just his memory.
It seems that way, and that's one of the things I'm delving for, to see how deep.
His,
Because-
his memory may be completely unaffected. There may be something else at play here.
That is quite possible too. Akoma,
But
we wish for you. I wish for you to see. You may not
Maybe.
be able to.
Maybe it's the lack of sleep.
So
think
can I
I'm
make
gonna
a
hit the
can
head.
I make a theology check to see if I know of anybody potentially in the area that would have the skill in the magical arts enough to help, like, draw him into a spiritual conversation? Like, I could have the spiritual conversation myself, but that still doesn't prove anything to him. But somebody of a greater skill might be able to bring him in to where it would be show him the inconsistencies of what he's.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that. I think there are two people that you know that you would trust to do that. Now you could try your kind of like the Shadowlands healing that you have. I think you have something like that, like a ritual that you can do.
I don't think I chose that one. I think when push came to shove, I ended up going a different direction. But let me just double check.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
It's been
thought
a
you
while.
had some kind of cleansing of some kind.
I have Dance of the Seasons,
What if I
Katana
stabbed
of Fire.
Wakasashi with that drain?
good, I'll say good luck.
Has she been ever associated with dreams?
Yeah,
before,
no,
by the way? The
I
dark
didn't go
green?
that direction. I ended up going with Dance of the Seasons.
Okay, so that would be one way you could do it, but obviously you don't have that option. There is one phoenix who resides in one of the dragon temples that like specializes in memory loss and amnesia and things like that, and healing that. And you also know that your father has experience in that regard.
My father's dead.
You keep saying that, but we have met your father.
Your father's dead, but
He's in the dream world.
is
We
accessible.
met him as a spirit,
Yes.
so I would say that's proof of death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I don't
shows-
remember how to
Definitely
get
not
in and
proof-
out of
it's
the.
definitely
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
proof of life.
No,
No,
but
I
it shows
think it
how
actually
transient
is.
death is.
The
I mean,
proof of life,
all right.
but after death.
So I think I could do not the commune. If I did the.
Why don't you bring it up in character that like you have this knowledge?
Because one of my goals is if we can convince him, perhaps we have to figure out how we can get past what's affecting him and is affecting so many others.
Why should we be the ones to try and convince him when we could potentially take him to a Shugenja of much greater strength than I, and maybe heal him
We need to
properly?
Maybe we'll get information as how to heal.
You don't
all
even
of
know he needs to be healed. Also, probably the best point is just kill the Dark Oracle.
I mean, there are
That seems like a very
there
easy
are a
thing to
few
do.
there are a few there are a few Shugenja. There's a phoenix that mans a dragon temple close to here. There's obviously my father, who is on the other side that we would have to communicate with, but stranger things have happened recently.
Now, is there in the forest, is there a way into the world of dreams?
Yes. That was one of the possible spaces y'all could have gone to.
Perhaps we should. My vision leads me to the crane, and the katana. This wakasashi that I possess is of earth, and it's part of a pair that are very powerful that we may need. But perhaps if we go to the forest.
Can I do a theology check on that one? Because he hasn't explained a whole lot, but a pair with earth related to another katana.
There
It would have to be a theology earth check. It's kind of like a history of theology.
katana and wakasashi are very often made as a pair, as a set. There is a set, and we have acquired one of them.
And you see, Aramoro, he's been here the whole time, but he's been kind of quiet as you guys
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
like Cora or Akoma. And so he's kind of brushing his eyebrows like this, just kind of contemplating.
3 successes and a strife.
You would know that the pair to Earth would be heaven, and that traditionally the crane maintained that particular blade. They should have both, but Earth has been missing.
Would
for
I know
a
the
long,
purpose
long
of them?
time. No.
Okay.
That you would know that they were created as twin Nimmerani.
Okay. So I'll relay this information. I'm not going to do it just for argument's sake here, but I'll relay the information that I know. As you're talking about the pair and Earth, then I'll correct, like, you mean heaven.
Heaven, yes. No, yes.
And just kind of we'll have that conversation roll that way.
So Aramoro's
And the crane, you say, which would make sense of my vision. And Lord Tagashi is directing us there. Amaro, what do you know of this griot? You've had much the similar experience as Akoma, but you have a different take on griot.
Griot is no crab. He is a snake.
Is that a new clan?
He's no wolf.
Are you familiar with his wolf clan
He's
activities?
a trap. I did not personally encounter the wolf clan, but me, being who I am, have eyes and ears everywhere, and I'm sure you remember, and it has just come to me that you would even know. One of my own pupils who went to the Ruby Champion sometime back, Shosuro Junji. Do you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Is somebody brought up Toshi Ranbo, and that reminded me. I received a message from Toshi Ranbo not too long ago, detailing this clan of wolf that had been encountered in the wild, about 400 to 700 deep, men, women, and children, and
That matches what we know.
and it was from that student who I had sent to represent the Scorpion and potentially become an Emerald Magistrate, but more than anything, to keep an eye on things in the goings-on of the Emerald Magistrate training grounds for me. I am to understand he met his end,
Sadly.
unfortunately. If the things you are saying about Griot is true, if I recognize the name, but I didn't know that he was from the wolf. That had been blocked from me, much as it seems like it has been from Icoma. But I am Scorpion, and wary of any truth I hear. To hear again of the wolf, that reminder rings in my ears.
Are you familiar with the wolf kami?
There is no kami represented by the sigil of the wolf. Not any that I have ever studied.
He follows this wolf kami, and Shinsei gave me a vision of this wolf kami.
What Shinsei doesn't give visions. Do you mean Togashi?
No.
No, you do mean Shinsei.
I do.
No,
mean
I know.
Shinsei.
I know you
Yes.
do, but he's asking.
No,
I
I
do
mean
not think I've
Shinsei.
ever heard Shinsei giving visions.
When I under my Genpu, no, what the is that?
Yes,
My
that is
Genpu,
correct.
thank you.
Not your seppuku, as you have accused
My
in the
Genpu,
past.
yes. When I underwent,
Every time I try and kill myself, I see something.
when I underwent
What a wild power!
Oh my god.
One of these days, I'm going to succeed.
This is Dungeon Down. When I underwent my Genpuku, I had my vision with Shinsei involved the wolf
Indeed.
and this wolf kami.
What did the wolf do? vision?
The wolf was friendly. It surrounded me, but it ended up I was not perturbed. I was not disturbed, ruffled by this wolf. And I offered my hand, and it licked my hand, and it did not seem threatening.
There are several ways to receive visions. I would be curious to see if another vision would be the same.
In my own communing with the spirits around this, when I first encountered Griot again, back in the forest, and had a chance to meditate myself, I got the feeling that as I communed with the rest of the kami and the spirits in the area, the wolf had a lust for power.
Yes, you shared that with us.
Yeah. Y'all got into quite an argument until she Rambo over it.
Roll a culture. Roll culture check with void. Either one or both of you. Culture with void. You need 2 successes.
Well, I got him.
You
Okay.
can get it technically, but nope.
You didn't get it.
I got 2
Opportunities.
successes with an opportunity.
Perfect. So, and that's for kind of leading the conversation to see if you can help Aramoro get to the conclusion that I'm going to present before you. Perhaps in your individual dealings with the vision plus your actual sense as a shigenja of sensing the spirits around, there's perhaps truth to both. Togashi and perhaps even Shinsei. I have not heard of Shinsei contacting people through meditation, but again, I am Scorpion. There is anything possible.
And this is in the monasteries in the Dragon Mountains.
So,
Togashi's.
to say that Griot is all evil inside perhaps is an error. Does he deserve to die? Yes, he killed Hante 38. We will destroy him.
And death is a transient thing anyway.
But is his heart inherently evil? I don't know. But I think that there is an influence on him. This wolf kami. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen...
Just the vision.
Orlean.
We were trailed by a wolf.
Well, but
of
you know that
water.
was the water oracle.
Right, okay. But Ada took the shape of a wolf.
Well, it looked like a canine shape from
Okay,
a distance, but it was made of water.
Gotcha, yes.
I can only commune. I can't see. I think this is where Togashi's insight
There's that
bridges the gap.
and that's what he's saying. He's kind of saying there's some kind of influence that's been happening to Griot, but perhaps Togashi and Shinsei have seen something about Griot. that
Again,
is-
we keep circling back to this woman that influences
Have
those
you
around
met
her.
this woman?
I've met so few and yet all people. I've heard tales of her.
But you did not meet her directly. Maybe that's why you have a different
No, I have.
opinion. You have met her directly.
Yes, the primary difference being that usually now, of course, now I don't have them. They have died, but I have servants who write down everything that happens to me. Every detail. Everything that they can see. Everything that they can hear. And I always have them within hearing distance.
Ah.
So, I don't remember the woman. But my journals remember her well.
What can you share with us about this woman? We know she's a Dragon Clan priestess, or at least that's how she presents herself.
She seems that way. She has some tattoos. She is bald. She wears a black robe.
You're being too gentle. The Dark Oracle of the Void is who we were told.
True.
Now that
By
I
the
can't
Oracle.
confirm. My servants couldn't have no way of knowing that. But the point being, yes, I've encountered her, and I don't know any powers that she has, but it is likely that she is a core cause of the things happening to Griot. But what do we do? Has Togashi given any further insight
No.
to help us move forward?
The only
No.
path that we have
But I have
is
a new
this crane.
session.
Well, no.
Well, you haven't
No.
shared the symbols with everybody yet.
No, and I'm doing to spark the conversation. The
We-
only
we-
path that I know is this path to the crane.
We also know of the Oracle of Earth,
Lost somewhere in what's the name of it?
City of
In-
Lies.
City of Lies.
Yes. Oh, I
And
thought
we
it.
know-
I can't remember the proper name of
We
it.
know though we do know from Hinata that the Dark Oracle of the Void had been seen in the Kitsune Forest, which leads to believe that
We could
that
also
area is important too.
search out those journals he just mentioned.
The City
That
of
might
Lies is a question I can answer easily.
Yes, what is that?
I can get us in and out without ever being seen.
Oh.
While I do not own that city, and I would not want to make angry the woman that does, she would not know.
What lies
We don't
above
know.
the City of Lies?
No, I think you were taking it.
I'm not meaning to take it quite so literal, but that's the only way I know how to
It's the
explain
goods
it.
that come out of the City of Lies.
I believe our path
what is rumored to come out of the City
lies
of Lies.
towards the
Yes.
forest.
I think
Now.
myself.
But doesn't
Alright.
Yes.
isn't the Kitsune Forest filled with spirits and the? I'm not quite the
Yes, it is.
most spiritual one amongst us, but isn't the line between the spirits and our realm
Maybe this
a
is
lot thinner?
maybe this is where you take up the offer and head to the City of Lies.
Yes. Yes, that does seem the direction.
We continue to go after one route, then we may not be able to head them off.
Well, I believe his path is straightforward to the crane, but yours may lie in the forest.
Oh, the Kitsune Forest did have some indication of heaven and earth, and we must attempt to heal our friend here.
That's what you wanted to contact your father.
Anytime you wish to solve a problem, you have to find its root. And I am starting to feel that this woman was seen in the Katsumi forest. Akomo has been affected.